Hello, this is the Omni-Channel Marketing Applications webinar. We'll be starting our webinar in just a few minutes. As you're joining the webinar, please type in the chat window and let us know where you're joining us from, what your city and state is. This is the Omni-Channel Marketing Applications webinar. I'm Ron Weber, and we're going to be starting the webinar in just a few minutes. As you're joining, please type in the chat window where you're coming from. Thanks. Your city and state. Hello, this is the Omni-Channel Marketing Applications webinar. We're going to be starting in just a few minutes. As you join, please type your city and state where you're joining us from in the chat window. Thanks. Welcome, Alberto. Thanks for joining us this morning. Hello, Rosa. Thanks for joining us. Hello, Barbara. Thanks for joining us. This is the Omni-Channel Marketing Applications webinar. We're going to be starting in just a minute. This is the Omni-Channel Marketing Applications webinar. We're going to be starting in just a minute. As you join, please type in your the city and state where you're joining us from in the chat window. Thanks. All right, this is the Omni-Channel Marketing Applications webinar. We're going to get started. Today's webinar, we're going to be talking about Omni-Channel, which is a new term that covers, and I'll explain exactly what this is. And thank you for joining our webinar. Again, as you join the webinar, be sure to type your city and state in the chat window. And let's go ahead and get started. My name's Ron Weber. I'm the Chief Operating Officer at Trinet Internet Solutions. We've been in digital marketing now for over 25 years at Trinet. We do digital marketing, digital fundraising. We do lead generation for corporations, websites. We do webinars like this. We do many product and service promotional webinars. We do streaming media as well, all designed for high marketing impact. And we work with some of America's best known companies, which include Toyota, Whole Foods Market, and Marachon. So a little bit about us. Established 1995, headquarters in Orange County, California. We serve both corporate clients as well as nonprofit clients as well. Some of our client logos you can see at the bottom of the screen, which includes Catalina Island, Whole Foods Market, Coca-Cola, Toyota, Salvation Army, IMAX Theater, Juice It Up, Mazda, Sony, Black & Decker, In-N-Out Burger, American Red Cross, to name a few. And before we go on, I want to share with you a video testimony of one of our clients. His name is Barry McGuire, and his organization is Revival Outside the Walls. And we're going to go ahead and start a video now and show and have him share his testimony about Trinet.
Hi, I'm Barry McGuire. I'm the founder and the president of Revival Outside the Walls. Build a global brand, another life. We're visionaries, we're passionate. We've always worked with the best people we could possibly find to get us to where we want to go. We looked around, who's the best digital marketing company we could possibly work with? And wherever we went, we kept hearing this name, Trinet, Trinet, Trinet. And I have to tell you, we're having so much fun working with the people at Trinet. They have so much talent. I mean, we're outside the box all the time, but they're even ahead of us. And the magic that takes place in our meetings, it's just amazing. You know, we're now 2 years into this process and they're no longer a vendor. I mean, they're our friends, our buddies. They're always plussing what we're saying. I love the fact that while they are big and they have these great ideas, they get it. I mean, they fall down in detail to do everything we want to do beyond what we want to do. It's great and easy to have big ideas, but they make them happen. You know, the hotspot for us, of course, is the whole digital world, all aspects of social media. Trinet's building a phone app for us that will blow you away. It is the most exciting digital phenomena I have ever seen. There's internet TV, there's all aspects of new technology coming, and we have great people in-house. It is the inexhaustible resources of Trinet that are going to make it possible for us to achieve our dreams. So if you have big dreams for your business, if you want to get new customers online, you want to tap into new technology, sure, you can do some yourself, but you can't do all of it. That's why you need Trinet.
Well, that's just a great testimony from Barry McGuire. He is so much fun to work with. The guy is just an amazing bundle of enthusiasm. So I would, we have more information about what we did for him on our website, so I'd encourage you to take a look and check it out there. Well, let's go on and jump into what OmniChannel is all about. So here's a great quote from Yatin Bhatia, manager of client services at Absolute Data, that says customers don't care about how many channels an organization has. They only care about how seamless their buying journey is. They should be able to start their journey from any channel and take it to completion on any other channel. This is what makes the buying process convenient. This is what OmniChannel is all about. So omnichannel marketing, what is it? Well, it allows us to connect and to interact with people on many different channels and in many different ways, sharing the same message on each. So for example, on social media, email marketing, website, digital advertising, on print ads and catalogs, public relations, influencer and affiliate marketing, as well as content marketing and SEO. So today's agenda, we're going to cover first the definition of what omnichannel marketing is. We're going to show some examples of how omnichannel marketing is used. And then we're going to talk about how you can prepare your organization for omnichannel marketing. And number 4, how omnichannel marketing strategies could be used. So let's jump right in. So what's omnichannel marketing? It's defined as a multi-channel marketing approach that provides the visitor with an integrated experience no matter where they come into the marketing funnel. And why is it necessary? Well, the chart at the right gives you a glimpse as to why it's necessary and what happens every 60 seconds of every day on the internet. So for example, LinkedIn, 9,000 connections are made. Facebook, 1.4 million scrolling. Text messaging, 2.1 million texts sent. YouTube, 500 hours of content uploaded. So there's an enormous amount of activity that's going on. And so that's why we need to be in multiple channels, not just one, so that we reach our customers appropriately. And then you've got the rule of 7, which states that 7 touches are required to motivate a person to take an action step. So if those touch points are on different channels, that allows us to reach and get our customers to convert them much more quickly, which is why an omni-channel marketing strategy is so important. So what's the difference between omni-channel versus multi-channel marketing? Because you may have heard of multi-channel marketing. Well, multi-channel just involves using different channels to market your product and or services. But generally in multi-channel marketing, the campaigns that you do on the different platforms, they operate independently and they're siloed. So you might be doing one campaign, one type of campaign on Facebook, another one on Instagram, another one on email, another one on website. The idea with omni-channel is there's a thread, a consistent messaging thread that ties all of them together so that they're pulled together. So omni-channel marketing instead integrates all channels in one cohesive unit, and the path to digital and omni-channel excellence is paved with incremental customer engagement improvements. So you're walking them along a pathway. And we want to have visitors have a similar experience and have their information travel with them no matter which channel they happen to interact with you on. And the next bullet is really the main reason why omni-channel marketing is an important strategy to consider, and that is that studies have shown that marketers that are using 3 or more channels for any one campaign, so you're tying together a campaign and you're doing it over more than one channel, they earned a 287% higher purchase rate. So the conversion rate was much higher when you have the same message on different channels than those that used a single channel campaign or a siloed approach. So 3 channels, when properly integrated, are just enough to start accelerating your results. And for every channel after 3, there is a 15% increase in returns. So let's talk about 3 important trends to think about when we're approaching omni-channel marketing. So trend 1 is channel participants operate in a connected world. Trend 2 is cross-channel shopping and information. Trend 3 is altered browsing, shopping, and advocacy norm. And trend 4 is the move to services. And what we want to do is create customer engagement and customer values. So let's take a look at some examples. And a great one is REI. REI has really done a great job at their omni-channel digital initiative. Every shopping channel works together with each shopping touch point. And so they really are working on creating a powerful customer experience that transfers as they go between store and online. And so they have up-to-date and accurate product information no matter what channel is accessed: store, website, app, tablet, phablet, social media, catalog. And they've also noted that REI's customers research before they buy. So they'll take a look at the website, they'll use the mobile app, they'll go through stores. And REI has really gone out of its way to give easy access to both product information and reviews. They provide free Wi-Fi in stores. They give availability status based on location. Store associates are equipped with tablets. And the app allows you to scan a barcode and see product reviews and product details instantly, so you don't have to go and Google it. And the customer journey only begins with the sale. So they're really looking at engaging no matter what channel you're in. So REI is all about their customers, their members, preserving outdoor habitats. One of the campaigns that they focused on recently was the Opt Outside campaign, and they launched it on 2015 for Black Friday. Initially, it was designed as a call for individuals to connect with nature and brand awareness and encourage individuals to share on social media. But they found that it grew much beyond that, and they took advantage of that. So the store and the e-commerce site were all closed, and employees were on paid holiday on Black Friday. And then after that, they ran the campaign full bore. They netted a 7,000% in social impressions and more than 2.7 billion media impressions in the first 24 hours. The Opt Outside hashtag was used 156,000 times in 2015, which increased to 66% to almost 260,000 in 2019. And then they utilized key channels such as Instagram and Twitter. And you can see an example of one of the ads on the right there. Every day is a good day to hashtag Opt Outside. So the biggest continuing campaign then that they're using is this opt outside. Engagement is up 3,000%, a total of 338,000 in 2015, and then 11.6 million in 2019, 14.3 million in 2020. And they're buying their equipment from REI, and there was a 91% positive sentiment rating. A movement was really created and is now part of their mission. And using the digital out-of-home and mobile media in 2018, they saw a 14% increase in brand awareness, 9% boost in consideration, 7% increase in purchase intent, and a 3.6 times increase in in-store visits. So the Force of Nature campaign, the idea was developed as a brand identity effort. It was originated in April 2017. Media they used was Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, print, email, publications, events, classes, and products. The Force of Nature publication is a collection of art and women-centric interviews and stories celebrating fearless women by their members and customers. And the art, stories, and interviews are used as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter posts, as well as posters in their stores and YouTube campaigns. You can see a couple examples there on the left. So REI, the e-commerce, how are they doing it in e-commerce? They're all about their customers and members and preserving outdoor habitats. And the Force of Nature campaign transferred then into the e-commerce realm as well. They used it in their direct mail catalog, focused on women, in the out of doors and the equipment they're using. Teachers all over the world asked for copies to add to their women's curriculum. And the first year, this campaign yielded a 20% increase in full price women's business. Matt Sargent, Senior VP of Retail for Frank and Magid Associates, considers the campaign to be cutting edge. Its success hits on three key takeaways: differentiation, a focused brand identity, and engagement. And we've had to date more than 470 million earned media impressions. These are the kinds of things we can't buy. And that was from Laura Swap, Director of Public Affairs and Marketing at REI. All right. And so the Opt to Act year-long campaign, they did that as well. November 2019 to October 2020 was an extension of the Opt Outside campaign. And they created 52 simple weekly challenges for a year of action. Key channels they used were Instagram and Twitter, and the result were sales were up 80%. You can see a couple of examples of the ads there. So next example is Chipotle. Chipotle does a great job at omni-channel marketing. They started in 1993. They were described themselves as the first almost fast food restaurant. And one of their key differentiators is customers get to choose what foods to put on their plate. Other fast food places did not allow you to customize your food. So that's one of the things that's differentiating them. They use organic, ethically sourced ingredients. Personalized dining, and the patrons loved it. And their personalized service concept really revolutionized the restaurant industry. And today, customers expect their purchasing and customer service experience to be personalized to them. And so there was the growth of their omni-channel marketing. So what they did is they were able to improve their marketing without increasing marketing spend. They revamped their website. They added an order ahead feature for easily customized ordering to pick up in store. They added to store sales via catering and via delivery. And then they did social media marketing through Facebook, Facebook Messenger, ordering, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Zoom sessions with celebrities. They're also doing TV and print ads. They created a cutting edge mobile app. And they created actually a digital kitchen. They have some locations which are digital orders only locations for pickup and delivery. And so they really catered to digital customers. They thought about the whole customer journey. They added a second make line just for digital orders to prep the food. They dedicated mobile order pickup shelves. They did a Chipotle lane where there was drive-through lanes just for picking up digital orders. They streamlined the mobile app, phone, tablet, and phablet for ordering. They allowed customers to customize their orders. They even created an iWatch app, which was the big red burrito ordering button on the iWatch, created favorites for quick reorder, a customer loyalty program, and partnered with DoorDash as well. And so what were some of the results? Their focus on digital marketing and omni-channel brought them some pretty amazing results. Digital sales surpassed 530 million in 2018, $1 billion in 2019, 2.8 billion in 2020, and just in 2021, digital sales were 852 million in the first quarter, which is 0.1% of first quarter total sales, and they were almost $1 billion in the second quarter of 2021. Advertising spend in 2018, they did 11 million spend. 2019, 141 million, and 2020, 158 million. They have no debt, opened 95 restaurants for a total of 2,853 restaurants as of June of this year, and aim to open additional 105 new locations yet this year. So it's a great example of omni-channel working. Another great example is Red Roof Inn. They've really done something very clever. They turned flight cancellations into guests, and they're focusing on what they call marketing in the moment. And they use geo-targeting mobile search strategy to find a real niche, and that is customers with canceled flights. And so they call it micro moment marketing. They use paid social ads for specific reasons, personalize the content to localize the experience, and they really focus on that immediacy of marketing. So the concept is that turning flight cancellations into guests. So for example, if a flight is canceled and somebody's browsing on social media at the airport, looking for a place to stay, they push out ads that say flight AA 123 canceled, stay the night with us, and hotels near you campaigns, which increased bookings by 60%. They used Facebook, Facebook Messenger, Twitter, and Pinterest. And Lisa Jevelber was a Google vice president for marketing who pioneered the micro moments concept, said, now more than ever, intent is more important than identity and demographics, and immediacy is more important than brand loyalty. So how did they do it? Well, they pulled in an API of data in real time, feeding FlightAware. It was tied to Google Ads, and the target were stranded travelers at the precise moment of flight cancellation. And the system automatically raises the hotel chain's bid for ad space when that happens. And that was enough to win the spot in 3/4 of the search results. That's over 75% of distressed travelers, 650% share of voice, 375% conversion rate increase, 60% increase in bookings lifts. And even before travelers finished typing in their search, Red Roof ads were there. Again, they use Facebook, Facebook Messenger, Twitter, and Pinterest. And so just a great example. So another great example is Nordstrom, a great retailer, and they want to really make it easy for their customers to buy and to get what they want when they want it. And so they created these cross-channel loyalty programs to reward shoppers no matter where in Nordstrom they shop, online or in the different retail outlets that they have. They had social media integration with Instagram and Pinterest. There was shopper convenience was their priority to guarantee shopper loyalty. Their Instagram page actually links to a grid where clicking on each photo takes the shoppers directly to the product page on their website. And you can see an example there on the right. So if a Twitter post would feature a product, it would be linked back to the website. And then once on the website, shoppers can add product to the shopping cart, search product by local store for in-store pickup. And then, their key differential, according to Kenneth Wurzel, the COO of Nordstrom, said our key differential when we serve customers well is when they engage with us either with services or across channels, all of a sudden the level of spend goes up, their level of satisfaction goes up, and our sales goes up. And that links back to the previous point that I was making, that the idea behind omni-channel is that when you engage with customers on multiple channels with the same message simultaneously, your results go up. So they have actually 3 brick and mortar sales channels. They're regular Nordstrom stores where they have full price product, and they have curated pop-in stores, which change frequently, mini shops that are centered around a particular theme, store and online featuring brands. Then they've got Nordstrom Rack, which is sort of their clearance retail locations that has past seasons clearance and sales products. And then they've got what's called Nordstrom Local, where you can buy online and pick up in-store. They were able to increase that 4 times, and customers of Nordstrom Local spend 2.5 times more. They do online purchases, pickup and returns, dry cleaning service, gift wrap services, style studio, tailoring services. So they're really all in to make it a great customer experience. They have 6 digital sales channels: website, mobile app, Instagram ads, Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest. So they were one of the first retailers to use their brick and mortar stores to support the e-commerce experience instead of vice versa. And the key to their balance is their connected retail experience, which is seamless, user-friendly, and thanks to a strong connected loyalty program and sales floors that have been optimized for click and collect. And their digital-first platform is interconnected set of cooperative capabilities. So first, timely and relevant personalized customer experience across all of their omni-channel touchpoints. Second, support for merchandising processes, partnership models, and marketplace needs. Third, ability to optimize inventory and supply chain logistics to fulfill any product. And fourth, empower employees with effective tools to deliver excellent service. Excuse me. So their success was defined by their ability to deliver on 3 key initiatives. First, shifting even faster to a truly digital-first approach. Their online selection is nearly 3 times what they offer in their physical stores, and they see a potential for it to be 20 times what they offer in the stores. The second is optimizing the flow of inventory to better meet customer demand through fast and flexible fulfillment. So the right amount of inventory at the right time, fast and flexible delivery for customers, increasing availability in stores. Example, they allocated almost 60% of owned units in the stores based on expectations for total market demand, which was 20 percentage points higher than if we had allocated product based on projected store demand alone. And third, they expanded the inventory partnership models to expand breadth and increase agility while limiting risk. And they have 14 million customers in their digital channels, 10.4 billion sales in 2020 worldwide. Excuse me. So, a couple of great examples there. So now let's look at some best practices. So first, 3 steps. We're going to talk about interdepartmental coordination. We're going to look at some tools for the full marketing stack. And we're going to talk about some important website enhancements, such as emphasis on content, responsibly designed web pages, and of course, web page speed. In order to, you have to prepare the organization for omni-channel marketing. And there's 3 main steps that you need to do. First, you have to analyze how are you going to use the different media channels, what channels are most commonly used and which are the most effective. And this is going to vary depending on your business and your organization. And what's the most effective? Does any channel stand out from the crowd? Those are all important things in the strategy to develop an omni-channel marketing strategy. Step 2 is to consider each of the channels and the channel managers that are responsible for each of those different channels should identify areas of improvement in their practices. So what's worked, what's not worked, checking out the complaints, preventing those kinds of complaints in the future, and look at it across all channels, both individually and across all channels. Step 3 is to develop policies and procedures to incentivize and alter channel partners' behaviors to motivate their efficient execution of channel tasks. So create incentives within each channel to adhere to an omni-channel marketing strategy. So channel partners could be third-party distributor, third-party Salesforce, a fulfillment center. Maybe it's just internal interdepartmental coordination. So if your own distributors, think about how you can incentivize your participants or even employees within the organization to work better across different channels. So the biggest hurdle that many organizations go through as they approach omni-channel is to get over the sort of siloed department mentality where each channel sort of works on its own and there's not a lot of coordination between channels. So incentives sometimes help to across interdepartmental coordination. So at Pet360, which is now Chewy.com, Rose Hamilton, the EVP, CMO, and general manager said, what pulls us together is that everyone has a hand in the customer experience. So they said, how can we make the customer experience better? And what can we do together across channels to do that? So it really started from the top as an initiative as to how we can do a better job and making everybody focus on that customer experience. So what are some best practices for omni-channel marketing? Well, in order to do omni-channel marketing really well, you have to have a good CRM that can support you in doing that. And so as you look at your CRM, there's some best practices to examine, do an audit and assessment of your current CRM, or take a look at some other CRMs that might help you support omni-channel marketing more effectively. So in order to do that, you got to first audit your requirements and objectives. Second, define an implementation strategy. 3, monitor progress. 4, maintain flexibility during the process. 5, seek to automate high-cost repetitive tasks. 6, leverage CRM analytics to make data-driven decisions. 7, declutter your CRM. 8, invest in a scalable CRM. 9, customize and integrate as possible. 10, train your staff. 11, create a data plan. 12, plan for vendor participation. And 13, monitor and control app integration. 14, rally the support of the IT department. And 15, create and appoint project ambassadors. And that's a real key. Lots of organizations really have to appoint somebody to be that champion, that omni-channel champion. So let's take a look now individually at some of the CRM pieces needed to be successful in a full marketing stack to support omni-channel. So for for CRM, here's 9 notable CRM software options. First is Monday.com, which allows you to manage customer data, interactions, and processes the way you want. 2 is Pipedrive, which helps to organize your business in such a manner that gives you a superb view of sales and thereby increases productivity. The next is Oracle NetSuite, a great CRM system that really encompasses a lot of different features and functions, from accounting to sales management to customer relationship. It's a cloud-based CRM solution that provides a 360-degree view of customers in real time, handles sales order fulfillment, renewal, upsell, cross-sell. Next is NoCRM.io. It's a lead management tool for small to medium-sized sales teams. Next is Salesmate, which is an all-in-one sales solution that helps teams of all sizes manage, nurture, and close deals faster. Next, number 6 is the Zoho CRM. And Zoho is another app similar to NetSuite, perhaps even more encompassing. Besides sales and fulfillment and CRM, they have HR features and just a plethora of different features that are available. It's a cloud-based customer relationship management system. It's been present in the market for over 15 years, caters to small, medium businesses, as well as enterprise and different types of businesses. So another good choice to look into. HubSpot, of course, it's a commonly used CRM tool. And again, we're looking at this through the lens of marketing. So many of these have marketing features and functions to support that omni-channel concept. So HubSpot has created great impact on its client. It's very, very strong in marketing features and functions, has a powerful mechanism and capability. And it has kind of a freebie version, and this attracts a lot of its clients to the paid version. Of course, you can't not mention Salesforce. One of the world's leading cloud-based CRM tools and software, provides creative CRM solutions that can be effectively used for the business requirements for small to even large companies. Sugar CRM is another interesting option. It's open source option, and it is a great customer management tool as well, and a lot of organizations use that. So others, now when we're talking full marketing stack, now let's go into the realm of marketing automation specifically. The previous ones were sort of broad CRMs. Now we're looking more directly at software packages that allow you to focus on marketing features. So one is ActiveCampaign, which is a great customer experience automation. The nice thing with these is they automate a lot of the different steps that are necessary. So for example, automated emails or follow-up emails can all be automated through these platforms. HubSpot, of course, is very good at doing that as well. Another example is Sendinblue, which is a SaaS solution for relationship marketing, offers a cloud-based marketing communication software suite. Autopilot, visual marketing software that enables users to create marketing campaigns and manage lead conversions. Company Hub, which is another CRM system, offers sales teams a single and centralized platform to manage leads and sales pipeline activities. And then Sales Flare, which is an intelligent CRM for small businesses, best for business to business, fills out your address book, keeps track of all interactions with the people you're in contact with. Next, let's talk about marketing analytics. We started broad CRM, then we're now then we talked about systems that are very good for marketing automation. Now let's talk about systems that are very good for analytics. So, of course, HubSpot Marketing Hub is very good and really certainly the latter two categories. It's got excellent analytics and tracking. MailChimp also is a great all-in-one marketing platform, has all your marketing tools and data available on one platform. SEMrush is more of a specialized tool, great analytics, but really one that you need to have in your tool belt. It's an online SEO, search engine optimization, visibility, software as a service platform. It's got excellent reports that can tell you, for example, what keywords work best, what the keyword traffic is. So it's a great one to have in your full marketing stack tool belt. Next is Looker, browser-based, has a unique modeling language that lets any employee leverage the work of data analysts and capitalizes on the newest, fastest analytic databases. Pathmatics provides a marketing intelligence platform that helps answer some digital advertising questions across Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, display, mobile, and video. NinjaCat, which is a scalable reporting and data storytelling platform designed for agencies, media companies, and multi-location brands. And next is TapClicks, which is a digital marketing reporting and analytics platform built to answer the needs of digital agencies, media companies, and enterprises. It's got some great automated reporting and analytics. Walks-By, which is an all-in-one marketing analytics service, merges data from disparate systems, evaluates the performance of advertising campaigns, builds custom reports. And then Insider, which helps digital marketers drive growth across the funnel, from acquisition to activation, retention, and revenue. So then we talked about CRM, then we talked about sort of CRM and sales and marketing, and then some marketing tools for analytics. Now let's talk about email blast marketing service providers. So what do you want to have in your tool belt there? Well, some great options there are Constant Contact. It's one of the best email marketing services that's out there. There's Aweber, it's best for managing multiple lists. Hubspot, of course, does a great job at managing email blasts and managing the follow-ups. Sendinblue, best for integrating with your WordPress site. There's Moosend, which is best if you're brand new to email marketing. Then you've got MailerLite, best for local businesses. ConvertKit, it's good for bloggers and content creators. Drip, which is great for e-commerce stores. OmniSend, which is good for e-commerce automations. And then GetResponse, which is great for, it has the best range of advanced features. So then from email, now let's go to website content management systems. What tools do you want to have to support OmniChannel? So some notable content management systems. So these are systems that help you to manage a website, to do automated publishing and so on. So of course, WordPress is one of the best known ones. It's a free open source CMS originally designed for blogging. Now it's used for all sorts of websites and online stores. WordPress.com is a blog hosting platform. You do need to note, though, that WordPress, particularly when you install it and run it yourself, is more susceptible to hacks than other platforms. We've seen a lot of WordPress sites being hacked. So while WordPress is easy to use, has a lot of modules, has a lot of support, you also need to do your regular maintenance and gardening with that. Otherwise, you could be susceptible to getting hacked. Drupal is a great option for developers, for people to hire developers with PHP and MySQL skills. The nice thing with Drupal is it's more like a toolkit. It's got a lot of powerful features, but you need to be pretty technically savvy to be able to use it. We help people both with WordPress websites, with Drupal websites. We tend to prefer Drupal because we just like the security. It's just much more secure than WordPress and a lot of other platforms, and it's not hacked as frequently. Joomla is a popular free open source CMS platform, comes with lots of different templates and extensions, free to use. You'll need hosting and a domain name and some technical aptitude to implement, but it's also quite good. Let's see. Next is Wix, a very, kind of a beginner friendly. It's great to consider when you're first starting out. It has a free plan. One of the downsides of a lot of these sort of, I would call them starter type website CMSs is they're template based. So you don't have a lot of flexibility to implement it the way you exactly want it to. But maybe that's good for your first website. And then as you get up to newer versions of the website, you might need more flexibility and go to some other platforms to get that. Number 5 is Ghost, designed for bloggers. You'll often hear it described as a headless CMS. It means that the CMS platform doesn't force content to be delivered in a specific way. Of course, Magento, well known, powerful open source e-commerce. Adobe, it's now an Adobe product. There's a free version you can download and install on your own web hosting account called Magento Open Source. So Magento is a good option as well. Now let's go on to e-commerce platforms to support OmniChannel. Woocommerce, it runs as a plugin on WordPress. So you need to have WordPress installed first in order to use this. Very popular e-commerce platform. It's flexible, easy to manage. Number 2 is Bigcommerce, fully hosted e-commerce platform, sometimes called an all-in-one platform. Easy to get started if you're a beginner. It can provide hosting for your site as well as providing the actual CMS platform itself. It also handles security and backups to you. So you can either install it yourself or run it on their servers. So some other notable e-commerce platforms to choose from are Shopify. It's an all-in-one hosted CMS platform. You don't need to buy hosting, install software, manage things like updates and security and backups. They do it all for you. But the flip side is you have to pay this ongoing monthly fee to be able to have that. It's got a pretty nice drag and drop interface, supports inline in-store sales, which is nice if you have a physical store, as well as an online one. WordPress.com, of course. Again, all-in-one CMS platform. It's hosted for you. You can purchase a domain name, use a free subdomain with their branding. Squarespace, it's a good content management system for bloggers. The store builder really helps you with setting up your store, makes it easy to do that. Newest version has some of the most brainy features you won't find in ordinary CMS, Getty Images, collection of tools like Xero, Plentiful, iPay, and more. And it operates on both iOS and Android in the cloud as well. So just so that we cover all the bases, some other things for omni-channel marketing is you want to have good video web conference solutions. The best ones that are very well known are, of course, Zoom. You get free 40-minute meetings. WebEx, Microsoft Teams, and Google Meet are all good to have in your tool belt. So now that we've talked sort of about the tools, now let's talk about what you need to do to prepare your website for omni-channel. And one of the number one things you need to focus on is speed, speed, speed. Website speed influences many key factors of website success: usability, SEO visibility, and conversion. There's a great tool. There's a link that's listed down there, tools.pingdom.com. Type in your website address and it'll give you a complete assessment of how quickly your website loads. You can pick different servers across the world. Again, the better your website performs, the more satisfied the user will be. Rule of thumb is website load speed should be no more than 2 seconds. But more importantly, not only is it a good experience, but it's critical for search engine optimization, particularly for Google. If you've got a slow website, doesn't matter if you've got the best content in the world, Google won't rank it highly because too many users will just drop off before they get there. So it's not good enough to have great content. You have to have fast content. Website load speed is one of the key factors that Google takes into consideration when it ranks sites. So you've got to have a fast website, and don't overlook that. Many organizations overlook website speeds. They put their website on some crummy host and then it loads slowly. Conversion, the faster the page loads, the higher conversion rates it'll have. So options to speed up your website. So the kind of easiest one, perhaps you have to throw some money at it, is use a content delivery network. And the idea with a content delivery network is it takes a copy of your website and it puts it on servers that are distributed around the country, so that and it points people there first to access your website, so it can deliver the web pages more quickly. Example is Cloudflare is a common CDN, and you're going to pay anywhere from, per website, probably in the $100 to $200 per month range to speed up your website. For small websites, larger websites will be more expensive. So that's the first thing that you can do. That's sort of a quick Band-Aid fix. But it's better if you can look at some of the fundamental issues as to why you've got a slow website. And often that has to do with the speed of the host. So if you're on shared hosting, you don't have a dedicated server, or you're on a slow internet connection, that can be a killer for website speed. So upgrade. A more fundamental issue is just upgrade your web hosting. And we provide web hosting for many organizations, so you can talk to us about that. The third is then you have to start to dig into the guts of the website pages and take a look at, is the code slow or the image is too big? You can reduce image size without compromising the quality to compress images. You may need to look at the JavaScript code. The JavaScript code, and then reduce the number of plugins. Best solution is to keep only the necessary ones, minimize the number of JavaScript and CSS files. Use website caching. That's another trick that you can use, particularly you need your sysadmin to be able to do that, or somebody who's technical to take a look at your web server and the web server software and use caching to be able to deliver commonly used web pages more quickly. And then you can implement gzip compression as well. That's an effective way to reduce the size of files. Other guidelines, if you have a website that is heavily dependent on a database, you can do database optimizations in the CMS. And usually each CMS requires its own optimization measures, I should say, and has especially if you've got different plugins. You can reduce the number of web fonts as well. Use modern fonts, only those that are used on the sites. You choose only the needed style, and of course, scan through for 404 errors to remove pages and use redirects. So next item after speed is to take a look at the content. Again, two things, speed and content are going to be key determining factors for ranking. So is your website mobile responsive? Is it linked to your social media platforms? Is it functional in design? And does it inspire on-page conversion? Are you delivering high-value content to visitors to cement your domain name authority as an expert, as a thought leader, as an authority? That's ultimately going to help you to get more conversions in the long term. The easiest way to find content that'll potentially go viral is to take a look at your analytics. That's why I gave you those recommendations earlier for good analytics tools. It takes some, you have to identify the trends and what is most interesting to your visitors. So other emphasis on content is, understand your audience. Again, your analytics tools can help you with that. Align content with keyword research. Again, that's where SEMrush can find a unique angle, write for accessibility, automate tasks, implement quality standards, write with SEO in mind. Keep a content inventory, write meaningful headers, do sub-headlines, lists, and captions, keeping them short and precise, and use links effectively. And then, of course, responsively designed web pages. Is your website well crafted? Is it modern? Do you need to update it? Is it mobile responsive? Is it linked to your social media platforms? Is it functional in design? Again, all things to prepare for OmniChannel. So let's take a look at a couple of examples. Responsibly designed web pages does it inspire on-page conversion? Is your website helpful in the information that it provides? Are your visitors given easy access to make contact with you directly? And are you taking advantage of reviews? Example on the right there of a website, NutriShop website that features that. And then here's NutriShop USA. So it's a personalized retail nutrition company, top quality nutritional supplements, meal plans. Store owners conduct transformational challenges and wellness programs in store, corporate, and in community. So online products, they have nutrition products, apparel, headwear, accessories. They've got a great learning center, so different channels they're using, and that's based on their browsing history. And when a person selects a product, near the bottom of the page are images and links to complementary products, screenshot at right as suggested items when the customer clicked on the lipotropic supplement product, and there's also an invitation to stay connected. Consistent message, keep in touch, join the family with an email, stay connected with text messaging, a couple of examples of what that looked like for NutriShop. And next example is Starbucks. They've got great suggestions based on purchasing history. Not only do they have an omni-channel strategy, they have what they call an omni-channel funnel. So a sales funnel that funnels everything together. So they focus on ease of use to purchase. They have a digital physical rewards card that's available as a mobile app. You can add money on the card. There's in-store and there's an app charge card. The more you purchase, the more rewards you get. So they created a mobile app for the rewards card. Now you can load money on it yourself, order ahead. It's ready when you get to the store. The app tracks your purchases and you get points or stars earned by those purchases, and you can redeem those for drinks, food, and merchandise. And so what are some of the dynamics of the data? Well, you have personalized special offers based on purchases, contests, and games to earn more stars, suggest new items, incentives to reload the card, earn stars and free drinks. Create incentivization. Their playbook is to identify what the strongest customer touch point is and then incentivize the channel adoption with a clear benefit during the touch point. And by incentivizing customer behavior, for example, offering rewards for visiting the shop at slower times, the app can gather a wealth of data on each customer's order and visit history, which can be used to shape future marketing efforts. So Matthew Ryan, EVP and Global Chief Strategy Officer, said we have to think of it, digitally registered customers, as top of the funnel, an enabler of the relationships that we can create that lead people eventually into the Starbucks Rewards program. So another example is Disney, always an innovator with different digital programs. The My Disney Experience tool and mobile app. They've got a magic band, wristband that ties into the mobile app. This is for Disney World, of course. Guests can use online channels, phone support, and in-park support to plan vacations. And it connects guests with their predetermined My Disney Experience choices for fast passes, park tickets, dining reservations, room key access, and many other items. And they provide suggestions based on your location, recommend nearby rides, alerts as to how long the lines are, nearby park events, and they recommend places to eat, and they offer to make reservations as well. And then now here's the key part. Once the trip is over, guess what? You're going to get personalized emails, photo memories, thank yous, and products offers that keep on coming. Robert Iger quoted it was the best billion-dollar investment ever. So you can see an example of that there. So what are the results? The whole system gave Disney a way of understanding the business and knowing we need more food here, how people are flowing through the park, how people are consuming the experiential product, according to Nick Franklin, Disney's EVP. So another example is Etsy, a big marketplace. It specializes in selling handcrafted items. All products, of course, on Etsy are unique. Many are one of a kind. And it's one of the few e-commerce businesses that really focus on being customer-centric first. One website, thousands of vendors sell their own handcrafted goods. They make extensive use of social media, Instagram, and Pinterest in particular. And you can go seamlessly from post to pin to the website. If you like the item, you can proceed directly to checkout. They make it very smooth. So there's a smart mobile app for customers and buyers, provides recommended shops, recommendations based on your past buying experience, an improved shop search, now in a single seamless experience, in-app notifications, so they can be notified when a seller adds an item to their shop. Buyer appreciation photos. During customer review process, it's much easier to share photos. And live chat and phone support are now in the app, making it even easier to get quick answers. And so another example, Ikea, again, they do a great job at OmniChannel. They updated their website, mobile app to bridge the gap between in-store and online, make a shopping list for in-store. Complete catalog is now online. Paper catalog, they discontinued it. Product ratings and reviews, improvements of search capabilities. So there's the click and collect online purchase for pickup at store. All channels are linked. The list can be made and added to from any channel. Links to their rewards card, create and manage your user profile. Emphasis on user privacy, and returns and refunds are made easy as well. So there's a complete online catalog, website and app versions, ties into their life at home report, which shows videos of people acting out morning and bedtime routines all over the world using, of course, Ikea furniture, and features thousands of shoppable Pinterest-like images for different room inspirations. So using AR and VR to decorate your room, they've got the Place app where you can place furniture in your photorealistic room, harness AI for better customer recommendations. They turned all their 50 US locations into micro fulfillment centers, opened smaller showrooms in urban centers, and they're harnessing AI for better customer recommendations. They partnered with Google Cloud to improve the technological capabilities, including the implementation of AI and machine learning tools, upgraded their omni-channel capabilities, and exploring new customer service offerings. So what were the results? 400% increase in more relevant recommendations displayed on page, 30% increase in click-through rates, and a 2% surge in average order value. So some real concrete results there. Michael O'Neill said Ikea's marketing strategy is so successful because it's original, distinctive, and imaginative, while also maintaining a clear value proposition. So their 2020 marketing strategy is relationship marketing instead of transactional, cause-related marketing, focusing on content and not just the products, the life at home reports or videos, inspiration and ideas and tips, and digital marketing in Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube, email, and blog, and establishing loyalty through the family card perks and deals. So they bring their showroom directly into your home. Their 2020 catalog is also a 4-hour podcast. They mastered the Gruen effect. Gruen is an architect who who was one of the first to use architecture in retail establishments to guide customers through. And so they talk about that Gruen effect when you've designed your retail experience really well and increases conversions. So they created a funnel-based marketing strategy using a mix of digital marketing with in-store branding. They offer witty images or catch lines. That's what makes them memorable. And they use major social sites such as Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook to engage with a broader audience. You'll also find them on Pinterest, IGTV, where idyllic rooms are showcased with tagged products to help customers achieve the look they want. The new ad form is also available through Google image searches. And Ikea's YouTube has various videos with themes such as assembly instructions, tips and tricks, cultural values, real life stories, even video collaboration with famous people. So the results of their marketing efforts, digital purchases were up 25% in 2020. Walgreens, another example, over 8,000 stores, 50 states, Puerto Rico, District of Columbia. One of the most effective and impressive omni-channel strategies they put in place. Tim McCauley, Senior Director, Mobile E-commerce, reports that omni-channel Walgreens customers spend 3.5 to 6 times more than in-store only customers. And so whether they're getting digital coaching with their WebMD partnership, and they should be able to have that digital health experience online, but just as easily walk into the store and continue an existing conversation. So Adam Pellegrini, VP of Digital Health and Walgreens, calls it their connected health strategy to allow customers to go online, offline, back online, to the mobile phone, to the tablet, to the phablet, back to the store, the experience to be seamless and cohesive. Over 45 million customers weekly, 14 million weekly online visitors. And so they created this omni-channel pharmaceutical experience by using the mobile app as their primary tool. Customers can use the app to check and refill prescriptions. They don't have to call in, set up reminders. Their fundamental tools completely change the shopping experience. Rather than having to call and set up a prescription within the pharmacy, customers can do everything in the app, and reducing hold times, reduce waiting time for in-store pickups as well. So in practice, they do prescription refills, pill reminders via email, photo prints, loyalty program. They have a fitness reward program as well that ties into their balanced rewards system. Next example is Adidas. They have their own online store, but they also appear in all the sales channels out there: Google, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. The brand is present in every possible major sportswear store, both online and physical. And they have their own mobile app, both an online store and a sports blog. Customers can browse, research, pick up products. Retailers can sell products not physically available in their stores, and they can service orders received on the online stores. They talk about their endless aisle technology that allows Adidas franchisee stores with iPads where shoppers can browse and order for items that are not in stock at the physical store. Sephora, another great example. Their omni-channel strategy redefined the customer experience in cosmetic sales. They merged their physical and digital teams. They use data and technology to bring the shopping experience to life. And they recognize that customers use their smartphones to research their purchases using Google Analytics 360 suites. And during the pandemic, they switched their strategy to make it easier to shop from home. So they tweaked their supply chain, warehouse location, inventory management, and so on. They blended that store experience in the digital platform as part of that customer journey. And by nurturing customers who spend 15 times more than the average customer, they built a seamless, unified, and personalized customer experience. And they used technologies like Color IQ and Spell-O-Vision. Their visual artist feature is a digital playground for beauty enthusiasts to match skin tones with the customer face. So they made the website easy to navigate, engaging visuals, slick user interface, great use of top smart bars, and easy access to Sephora's social media platform. And their e-commerce tools, they also use to enhance the buying experience. They use Olapic, Certona, and Klarna to be able to enhance that buying experience. They did a multi-purpose and content-rich mobile app that featured new products, exceptional product information, video tutorials, a virtual artist, and they really worked on building that community, creating a beauty insider community to connect with like-minded shoppers. So let's just summarize some key points we have. Number one, omnichannel marketing is more effective than multi-channel marketing. It can increase your conversions by 287% with just 3 channels. People are expecting the same message and experience across all channels, and it can be used for promoting your brand, your services, e-commerce, customer service, sharing information, advocating causes, and e-commerce as well. So steps to take. One is transition from multi-channel to omni-channel. To do that, you have to prepare your organization. You've got to have the right toolkit. You have to prepare your marketing. You need to make your website fast and mobile friendly. Launch a mobile app for your e-commerce store. Ensure your customers' data is secure. Unify your message. Segment your target customers. Apply customer journey mapping. And build your way to higher retention rate. Identify the best channels to use and boost. Incentivize. Optimize the purchase experience. Implement a way to track your progress and success. Analyze the data, tweak your campaigns, and then rinse and repeat steps 4 through 13. And I've got a graphic there about that. This is an interesting graphic that sort of gives you the whole layout of omni-channel. And really, you have to go through the stack, everything from your engagement channel to your interaction and delivery services, content engagement management service, enterprise foundation services, and so on, the entire stack from top to bottom. So, omni-channels here, we need to move from multi-channel to omni-channel. Why? Because of the increased conversion rate. If you do it right, and we can help you do that. Trinet can help you navigate and take advantage of omni-channel marketing to cultivate more prospects, close more business, nurture current customers and clients, improve brand effectiveness. Again, there's that 3x factor in terms of conversion. Feel free to contact me. Steve Jobs says a great thing in business is never done by one person. A team of people does it. And so we've got Q&A. So let's see. I saw some questions. Kara asked, what social media channels are the best for digital advertising campaigns? And the answer to that question is, wait for it, it depends. It depends on your business. It depends on what you're doing. And so we can help you to develop a strategy to determine that. For some businesses, it's going to be, perhaps it'll be Facebook and Instagram. For others, it might be Pinterest or Instagram. So it's going to depend on the business and what the service and product is. So we can help you with that. Next question is, let's see, can we scroll down to see the questions? Okay. Barbara asks, omnichannel marketing seems to require coordination between a lot of different departments. How do you propose we do that? And that's a great question, Barbara. In order to really implement, as I've alluded to, omnichannel needs coordination, interdepartmental coordination. And so often what's helpful is to create a group, a champion that does that. It really has to start from the top down. We can work with your organization to help you implement omnichannel and to make it effective, to create a strategy to coach that champion. So we can help you do that. Next question, let's see. Sydney K asks, what are the best 3 channels to start with if we have a limited budget? Again, good question. It's going to depend on the product or the service and the type of business. So it, like I said, for some businesses, it's going to, it might be Facebook, it might be Instagram, could be YouTube. That has to be evaluated on a case-by-case basis with an individual strategy, and we can help you with that. Cynthia asks, you mentioned CDN, Content Delivery Network, as an option to speed up a website. What kind of websites does that work for, and how much does it cost? Where can I get help on doing that? That's a great question. Cloudflare is a great CDN out there. We've used them before. Generally, the websites that they work best for tends to be static websites where you have to have static information. If you've got a heavy database-heavy website, you need to look at some other strategies for optimizing the database behind it. It's a little bit more complicated. Generally, but for a lot of marketing content, which is static, a CDN is a great way to get that content out there, to get your Google ranking up. Generally, it starts at, typically $50 a month, but for most websites, it's going to be in the hundreds of dollars, $100 to $200 per month per website to be able to put a decent CDN in front of it. Rosa asks, how do you A/B test an omni-channel marketing campaign? And that's a great question, Rosa. And of course, you can do A/B tests on individual channels, like you can A/B test an email, or you can A/B test let's say a Facebook ad campaign. But how do you A/B test between them? That's why it's so important to have good tools. You need a marketing CRM to be able to evaluate which different channels are working the best. So that's why I brought in that the tools are so important. You need some good tools. HubSpot's a great example of that. There's a variety of others where you can evaluate what your ROI is across different campaign channels. Alberto asks, can I start with one channel and add other channels over time, or is it best to start with a splash on multiple channels at launch? Again, the research is showing that in order to really get traction on omnichannel, you have to have a minimum of 3 running. So you really need to start with, so the answer is we wouldn't recommend starting with one channel. We would recommend starting with 3 and then perhaps adding additional ones after that, although there is a decreasing rate of return on the additional ones above 3. So you really want to start with 3 first. Let's see, I think those are all the questions. So I want to offer, of course, our professional help to help you get omnichannel going. We have a special Trinet webinar offer, 30 minutes of free business consultation. You can contact me. My contact information is there. Email address. You can contact me through LinkedIn. Call me. All of the options below. Also, we're going to be, you will get an email at the conclusion of this webinar, which will allow you to watch the replay. So if you would like to watch this again, if you didn't catch all the information, you can watch the replay. And we also we do many other webinars. So I would recommend that you go to our website. In particular, if you go to our thought leadership, if you go to our main website, trinetsolutions.com, and you click on the link at the top, there'll be a link for thought leadership. And we'll have, within the next week, we'll have this webinar. And there's a whole listing of other webinars that are available there for you as well to support you. So I would encourage you to do that. So again, you can expect an email follow-up to watch the replay of this. If you would like a copy of this particular presentation, feel free to email me and I'd be happy to send a copy of it to you. And so again, thank you for watching this webinar. I trust that it's provided you with some great insights into OmniChannel, why OmniChannel is important. And so we look forward to seeing you on a future webinar. Thanks again, everyone. Have a great day.